my memoir has had some uplifting moments, some pungent moments, some bitter moments, some sour moments. I have no regrets. As I flip through the pages, today's reading is from chapter 11's flashback. The title is Another Long Shift. The year was 2004. Somewhere in between putting my laundry in the washing machine, feeding the dogs, ripping up junk mail, attempting to fix a loose window screen, and promising I'd get together with a neighbor for a cup of tea, I laid down for a short nap. I wanted to sleep all day, but I had errands to run. I liked running through all my errands as quickly as possible. Grocery shopping, done. Check the bank account, done. Pay bills, done. Oil change, done. Look at my paramedic education continuing calendar, done. And clean the house, never completely done. I boiled water and made myself somewhat of a leftover homemade soup for dinner. Then drove myself to Tony Joe's high school. I found a seat next to another parent whom I chatted with about how well her son Jimmy and Tony Joe had played against the other competitors. Within a few minutes, the game began. With Tony Joe on the starting lineup, I admired his abilities as he hustled up and down the court. Being immersed in the energy of the fans and our team was clearing my mind until I witnessed Tony Joe come to a screeching halt on the court. 1,000 thoughts dribbled into my mind. Shit, I hope he didn't sprain his ankle again. The dad sitting behind me, he best not spit on me as he screams loudly, cheering for his son. I hope that isn't gum on the bottom of my shoe. That dad sitting diagonal from me is kind of cute. It would be great if he were single. I hope Billie's mom doesn't ask me to buy chocolate bars for her daughter's cheerleading fundraiser again. All was good in my mind once again when I watched Tony Joe do a 180-degree turn and steal the ball. I still remember the first time he attempted to shoot the ball into the net when he was just 5 years old. Thoughts. Tonight from the stands, I witnessed Tony Joe's agility, speed, and talent as he went for a three-point shot. Swish! That's my son. I was finally relaxed knowing that tomorrow I was off from my shift at the fire station and planning to slow down long enough to cook Tony Joe and myself a homemade dinner. However, the following night, I ended up sitting alone. I had invited Tony Joe over for dinner, but his teenage self had replied, "Mom, you know I love you, but I'm going to be at my dad's house." I wanted to throw a fit like a child. Of course I want him to grow up, but why can't it happen when I'm actually ready to let him go? Oh, how I miss his giggles when I used to hug him when he was little and throw him up high. At least he still lets me tell him how much I love him. As I realized he was moving emotionally further away from me, I cried myself to sleep. He's becoming a man. And yes, he is a man. And I'm very proud of my son that he's part of my story. In the book, his name is Tony Joe. I hope that you might find time to pick up a copy of this memoir. It might just help you to find ways to slow down and move along your own pathway to inner peace. Before we close this short video, will you just take a slow breath with me? Close your eyes if you can. If you're safe, stand or sit comfortably. And feel that beautiful breath come in. And feel your breath release. Do that for yourself a few times. And if you'd like, just stay there and do that for yourself. Noticing when you slow down the breath, it slows down the